hits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. When the stock market is volatile, how do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Here to talk with you about Bidenomics, which is the word of the day, word of the week, word of the month, word of the year here at the White House. The president's economic policies are incredibly popular. When you ask people about how here to talk with you about Bidenomics, which is the word of the day, word of the week, word of the month, word of the year here at the White House. The president's economic policies are incredibly popular. When you ask people about how they feel about reshoring manufacturing jobs and investing in America, those things are incredibly popular. And we find that when we go out and we talk to people about it, they support Bidenomics.
Bidenomics. They support it. I'll bet if you send somebody out in the street, like Jesse on Fox sends people out in the street and say, what's Bidenomics? They think it's a spaceship. They'd have no idea what it is. Popular? His policies popular? Are you kidding me? When his policies, his monetary policies, has caused 3 crashes. 2018, 20% drop. 2020, 32%. 2022, 24%. Moving rates from 0 to 2.5%. Give me a break. I mean, monetary policies. The hardest hit sectors, the regional banks and manufacturing, that's popular? What are you, nuts? Since when are monetary policies that cause such a severe economic downturn is popular? 40-year high inflation from his policies, that's popular? Inverted yield curve is getting worse, getting deeper, which signals a recession. Oh, that's really popular. How about wages? They can't keep up with inflation. That's all from his policies. I mean, are you kidding? Bidenomics? Saving rates are at a 15-year low. Existing home sales just dropped 21%. Earnings, biggest drop in 2 years. Lowest since 2021. This is crazy. Our GDP growth, economic growth, we went from 5%, then we dropped down to 2%, 2.6%. Now we're at 1.3%. I guess that's popular. I don't know who they're talking to on the street. All popular. Oh, including the destruction of our energy independence. That's really popular. That's really popular. What's wrong with these people? To get up and say a bold-faced lie like that. Especially when you're sitting there and people are suffering. Anybody that's making between $35,000 a year and $75,000 a year has a family, they're suffering. What do you mean it's popular? His policies have made them suffer. Trade deficits. Let's talk about trade deficits. Nobody ever wants to talk about trade deficits. His policies have caused an historic trade deficit of about $95 billion a month. But nobody wants to talk about trade deficits. No, they want to hush that up. Ever notice that? Nobody ever talks about trade deficits. I mean, a couple of guys, but I'm saying nobody comes on CNBC. I've never seen them talk about the consequences of trade deficits or Fox Business. No, they don't want you to know the consequences. First of all, they're a security issue. Security issue. We're at the mercy of China. Our pharmaceuticals, our medicines. They got us right around the throat. Our semiconductors, we're at their mercy. And when you have a trade deficit like we do, that means they control us. When we import far more from China than we export, not only does that weaken our dollar, it impacts our wages, jobs, kills jobs. It also makes China economically stronger. And as a result, it expands. They expand their purchase of our U.S. farmland, timberland. This is all wonderful. Also, with that economic strength, because we are importing more than we export, they expand their war machine. Well, our war machine, our military shrinks because they're focusing on who the hell knows. Unbelievable. On woke. Focusing on woke, the military on woke. So I guess it's also popular, spending $410 million towards border security for Jordan, Lebanon's border, Egypt, Tunisia, Oman. $410 million. We're securing their borders, but we don't fund our border. I guess that's really popular. Yeah, these are his policies. These are his monetary policies. What are you, nuts? $200 million for the Gender Equality and Equity and Equality Action Fund. Boy, we all need one of those. We need a Gender Equity and Equality Action Fund, especially our military. $3 million for the LGBTQ museum. We need that. How did we get away without spending $3.6 million on Michelle Obama hiking trail? Yeah, all under this omnibus bill. That's one of his bills. That's the one they said they're all excited about. Bidenomics. Are you excited that you spent $2 million on a ski area in Iowa, $2 million on a golf course in Florida, $50 million of your tax dollars went to an electric ferry boat, $50 million on a bird sanctuary? That's all under the Inflation Reduction Act. Bidenomics. And then we have the stock market. The stock market. You know, it's amazing, the stock market. And watching the market, and I've been telling my members, every day we get the same stocks going up, the same tech stocks every day. And we're in them. But we've been in them since January, February, March. And they keep going up. And I'm thinking, all these people are starting to buy these stocks. And they have no idea what's going on. It's a massive liquidity, injection of liquidity to hold up our regional banks. The big banks, when they report, they're going to be fine. But these regional banks are in deep trouble. That's from his policies. That's from Bidenomics. The regional banks are in big trouble. There's about over 300 banks that are totally broke. But you don't hear about them because behind the scenes, what they're doing is they're taking their assets and selling them to their buddies on Wall Street. Nobody hears about all these banks. Everybody thinks, oh, there were just 3 banks that got hurt. 3 banks. What are you, nuts? So they take all this liquidity, but they don't tell you it's QE, and they prop up these banks. And then they take that same liquidity, QE, and they prop up tech stocks. They take 2 tech stocks, I told you last week, and they put $15 trillion into Microsoft, into Apple, to prop up the other 5 stocks, so to keep the market going up. But I want you to think about this. We're going up in an environment of a rate that's going to go from 5.25% to 7%. How does that work? When every time it was at 2.5%, 4 times, we had 4 crashes. But this one's going to be okay? No, because it's being propped up. But if you know what you're doing, you can catch these on the way down. If you didn't catch them on the way up, I wouldn't be chasing them. But I sure would get ready, learn how to sell short. And when this market drops 40, 50%, which it will, catch them on the way down. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. I'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer Any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it. The other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Bill, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back. So, again, to come out and say that Bidenomics is working and everybody's happy, that is such a lie. That is such a lie. But lying to, Biden lying, that's nothing new. We know that. There's nobody can lie like that man lies. But let's think about this. We're going into earnings season, right? You got to be very careful here because there's going to be a lot of volatility in those same 7 stocks that have been holding the market up since October, which actually 2 stocks are holding the whole stock market up, including 5 of the 7 stocks. Now, earnings season starts next week, and you got to understand, Apple and Microsoft, and then you take the other guys, and we're in all of them. But we've been in them early. We're not chasing these. We've been in these. We got in January, got in February, got in March. We kept adding to our positions. We've been taking profits. That's what you should be doing. Don't ever chase these kind of things. If you're chasing any of these tech stocks right now, you are going to get so screwed. Believe me. I've been doing this long enough, over 50 years. I've seen this. This is like a bear trap, man. I mean, unbelievable. And we're already seeing it break down because we're already seeing money flowing out. I'll give you an example. We bought NCLH. All right, this is a cruise line. We bought CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. We bought both of those when nobody wanted them. We bought them in May. Nobody wanted them. So I said, let's start taking some money out of Microsoft, Apple, Meta, NVIDIA, Amazon, and let's shift it over to the cruise lines, because we know they're going to start rotating out of the banks, especially out of the banks. The banks are getting slaughtered. They're going to put their money somewhere, but they're not going to take their money and put it into tech, because the money was already put into tech when we bought tech, January, February, March. They're not going to. You think institutions are going to jump in and buy Meta today or buy Apple today? What are you, nuts? They're rotating their money. They're taking profits and rotating it. So we spotted the rotation to the leisure because we knew that was going to go, because remember, they keep pushing these yields up. And when yields go up, oh, everything's fine, everything's wonderful. Remember, when yields go up, everybody has a party. They think, oh, everything's going to be fine, when it's not. So NCLH, we bought that, and that just has taken off. And even in the last 2 days, taken off again. Matter of fact, in the last 2 days, we had a big rally on these. It went from around $13.60 to $17.33. And in the last 3 days, that's huge. That's a big move. And so what we're doing, I told my members, because remember, again, we bought those back in May. That's the key. Always got to buy when it starts. If you start chasing, you never win in this business. So now it's a great opportunity to sell into that rally. But you got all these people don't know what they're doing. They're tourists. We call them tourists. These tourist traders. And they're all getting in now at the top of Carnival Cruise Line, at the top of Norwegian Cruise Line, at the top of American Airlines. American Airlines took off big because they're rotating. They're taking money and rotating it. And Alaskan Airlines, that's taken off. And so we got money coming out of these tech stocks. Now you got to understand why. The tech stocks, not only are they overbought, but the fact is during earnings season, there's a blackout. They can't purchase their own shares. There's no more stock buybacks. They can't do that during earnings season. That really hurts them. So they can't boost their own stock. They can't do any more QE. So then another problem is you got all these fund managers. Here's the other thing. If you didn't buy these early in January, February, March, all of a sudden you see one of these tech stocks. Let's take Apple. You see Apple going up today. Everyone's like, I gotta get an Apple before it goes higher. What you're seeing is you got fund managers who have not been in these stocks, and now they know they got to make sure they're in those stocks before the quarter closes, because they don't want their clients receiving their numbers the first thing the people do, they go look in there, goes, I wonder if my broker's got me an NVIDIA. I wonder if they got me an Apple. So what they do a couple of days before the quarter shuts off, they all start jumping into, these money managers jumping into Apple, and that's why Apple's going higher today. They say, boy, my client, I don't have an Apple, but I'll fool him and I'll buy some shares today, right before the quarter closes, and when he opens up his numbers, he's going to see his report, and he goes, oh boy, thank God he's got me an Apple. And then he's going to look and see, I wonder if he's got me an NVIDIA, and they put him in NVIDIA. So that's going on. So you got crazy fund managers who've missed these moves. Now they're buying them, and that makes all these crazies, the tourists, that jump in now, especially Apple. This is going to be one hell of a bath. I mean, this thing is, people have no idea what's going on. No idea what's going on in the market. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been driving everybody crazy, even my own wife. Every day I keep repeating the same thing like I'm a crazy man. I'm going, how can it be that people don't get this? The headwind. There's 7 stocks rallying this whole stock market since October. You can get anybody to buy stocks, tech stocks in October. Now everybody's buying tech stocks, but we're in a 5.25 environment. Don't people get that? How are you going? If you're in a 5.25 environment, but every time we're in a 2.5% environment, the market crashed 22%, 32%, 38%. But yet they're going to accept 5.25 and they're going to buy tech stocks when we're at a 5.25 environment. Don't think anything of it. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. And then at the same time, we have our economy, our economic growth is contracting. Our earnings are terrible. They're contracting. And the value of these tech stocks are insane. The value is insane, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. But you know what? If you know how to use your chart, if you have my chart, the color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell. It doesn't matter because you'll always be out of your stock before it turns around on you and bites you in the butt. You'll always be out because it will warn you, gives you an advance warning. It goes from green to yellow, and then you know it's going to turn red, so you get out, you don't get hurt. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Check it out. Check out that Pro 2. It works. Join the gang.
Want more
free
information
for 10
on
days.
this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have 2 people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership, or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com, and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
And thank you, Steve. You know, part of our education program is to teach you how to identify. I mean, you have a stock that's going up and up and up, especially when they're financially engineered to go up like these tech stocks. But you got to know when to get out, when to take and reverse your position. And also, you got to go after stocks when nobody wants that stock. It's like a restaurant, right? You go to a brand new restaurant, it's wonderful, right? They just open. My God, there's 5 people there offering you a drink. There's a guy pouring you water, another guy doing this. I mean, they just can't take care of you. It's a wonderful place, right? And you hope nobody learns about it. You hope, just, God, please don't tell people about this restaurant. Because as soon as you tell somebody about the restaurant, then everybody starts coming in, right? You got to beg for a drink. You got to beg for your bill, and I don't know where they go when they hand you your bill. Where the hell do they go? Is there a bill heaven that all these waiters and waitresses go to? I mean, where do they go hide? Do they play hide and seek? They give you a bill. You want to go home now, right? It takes longer. It takes longer to get that bill. I don't know what they think you're looking at. How long does it take to go through your bill? I mean, some people are crazy. He charged me 3 more cents. I only had two pads of butter. I should have had 3 pads of butter. I get that. I get those people. But it just drives me crazy. So you just don't want anyone to know about that fine restaurant, because as soon as everybody goes there, it's all screwed up. It's the same thing with stocks. Where we made our biggest returns so far this year, we're half a year, we made our biggest returns in our tech stocks, our leisure stocks, our gold stocks, shorting, okay? And every time we bought every time we bought these stocks, we always bought them when nobody else wanted them. So here's what we're doing now. If you really want to make some money in the market, now don't do this without us. This is the other thing I hate. People who listen to my show, I'll mention a stock, and then people go buy it. They're too cheap to join the gang. They don't want to pay $39.95 a month. They're too cheap. But they think, well, if I listen to Phil on the radio, he's going to talk about a stock, and I'll get that stock, and I don't have to pay him. Well, there's one problem with that. What if it's a good stock today, but next Monday it's a terrible stock? And you should be taking profits or taking half. How do I get a hold of you? So it just drives me crazy. So I'm going to tell you these stocks, so don't go do it on your own. Oil. Anytime oil drops 35%, the price of oil drops 35%, almost always there's a big short covering rally. But it's dropped more than that. It's about 45% now. And what we're doing is we're taking our oil stocks. We always look at XLE, okay? That's the ETF for energy. And we always look at U.S. oil. That's United States commodity. It's the oil fund. And what we're looking for right now, we did the same thing in January, February, March with our tech stocks that we have 30, 40, 50% returns on. And we kept waiting and waiting to see if they're going to base out, if they have relative strength. So, for example, when the market starts going down, and I'm looking at, let's say I'm looking at Conoco, okay? And Conoco's not going down. Whoa. And also on my color-coded chart, it's starting to turn green. So that means the selling is pretty much done. So my risk is very low. My reward is very large, okay? And so, but nobody's looking at Conoco right now, very few people. So we bought some today. Now, don't you go buy it, because I said that, because again, you're going to think, well, I don't have to pay Phil $39.95 a month. But how do I get a hold of you if all of a sudden it turns into a short? So please don't do that. So, and the other thing is, so we know if Conoco gets above $105, there's going to be tremendous short covering. And so all we do is we take the top, okay, which was the high back in November 2022, right, at $130. Then we take the low that we had around $91. That was on March 23rd. And then we divide that by half. That's called the 50% rule. Now, I don't know what that is right now, but I'll just quickly guess. Let's say it's at 120. Okay. So what we know is this. Anytime you have a stock that dropped from a high of $136, okay, down to a low of $91, you know you're going to get what they call a short covering rally, at least halfway up. Halfway. It always seems to work. It always does. It's called a short covering rally. So while you got people out there today buying NVIDIA, they're buying Apple, they're buying Microsoft, that tomorrow morning you could wake up and it could be down 20%. We're in those. We already bought those. We already made big profits on those. So now we're going to start watching oil, because nobody wants oil, just like nobody wanted those stocks going back in January. Another place to make a lot of money is shorting the builders. Here's what people don't understand about the builders. The builders keep going up, right? Like, you think they're tech stocks, for God's sakes. Every day the builders are going up higher and higher and higher. We already tried to short it once, okay, but it's just not enough sellers. So now the builders keep climbing every day, because what people are doing, traders are doing, they're looking for the certain stocks where they can go hide in. So they're hiding in NVIDIA, they're hiding in Microsoft, they're hiding in Apple, and now they're hiding in the builders like Pulte Homes. Are you kidding me? So Pulte is when we're going to short it when nobody wants to short it. So we're going to short the builders when nobody wants to short them, and we're going to buy the oil when nobody wants to buy them. That's how you make money. And we'll put the dots together for you, join the gang, and we show you how that works. And we'll give you the tools that give you that confidence. So those are two areas, don't do them on your own, where you can make a lot of money, shorting the builders, okay, and buying the oils. And for all those people who are buying the tech stocks today, you're out of your mind. Now, the next place is going to be a big place to make money once they capitulate are the banks. They're getting slaughtered, and the banks are going to get killed. They haven't even started going down. They're masking. Do you know why this rally is holding at a 5.25%? The Fed rate is at 5.25%, and the market and the S&P's up, and the Nasdaq's up about 23%. How could that be? When every time it would hit 2.5%, not 5.25%, the market would fail. Because, as I said, they're printing and printing all this liquidity, and they're putting it in, holding up the banks, and they're taking that liquidity and trying to push it into Apple and Microsoft. This is what they're doing. The other thing they don't talk about is our trade deficits. I talked about that earlier. Trade deficits kill an economy. But nobody talks about that either. So most people, what they'll do, and they just buy a stock, hoping they listen to Kramer and he gives them a hot stock. They listen to somebody else they see on TV, give them a hot stock. That never works. And if you're buying a stock based on fundamentals that they're giving you, you're going to lose automatic. You can't buy stocks on fundamentals anymore. When we get back, we're going to talk more about what is going on with manufacturing. Manufacturing? Are you nuts?
Want more information on the show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you, and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, if you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake Business News Network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
We just try to listen to what the market's telling us, and we find that, the majority of the indications are certainly more bullish than bearish.
That's not true. That's not true. Here's what they look at. They know that the economy is in real bad shape. How would you not know that? I mean, I don't know who this guy is, but obviously he's on CNBC. He must be somebody. So he knows our earnings are contracting horribly. He knows that our home sales, existing home sales, just plunged 21%. He knows our economy has dropped from our economic growth of 5% to now 1.3%. How's that good? But he's trying to sell you it's a good thing. This is what they do. That's their job. Their job is to get you to buy. And the other thing is deficits. We got terrible, terrible deficits. And I just talked about a little while ago about our trade deficits. But just our regular deficits are a killer. Deficits kill you. Because with deficits, it kills your dollar. Deficits increase your national debt, reduces your savings, reduces the country's savings, reduces economic GDP growth. Now interest rates are higher when you have deficits. So you have to increase borrowing. The government's got to increase their borrowing. The trade deficit increases. And that causes inflation to increase. And inflation is the worst thing ever. Any president is scared to death, except for this dope. Any president is scared to death of inflation. It's more dangerous than terrorists, more dangerous than war. Look what it did to Rome. Look what it did to Venezuela. So he said, gee, that's pretty good. Things are pretty good out there. No, they're not. No, they're not. So they're also trying to convince you, these politicians, especially Biden. This is what she says about Bidenomics and about manufacturing. Listen to this bold lie.
Here to talk with you about Bidenomics, which is the word of the day, word of the week, word of the month, word of the year here at the White House. The president's economic policies are incredibly popular. When you ask people about how they feel about reshoring manufacturing jobs and investing in America, those things are incredibly popular. And we find that when we go out and we talk to people about it, they support Bidenomics.
Oh, popular manufacturing, restoration of manufacturing jobs. Those days are gone. That'll never happen. And every politician, that's what they do. Because Americans have this vision of a grandfather or uncle who quit high school, went to work for a factory in his town, got a beautiful pension, retired, nice house, nice car, lived a great life, didn't even finish high school. 75% of people that are in during the 1960s to 1980s, around 75% of them didn't even have a high school education. Didn't have a high school education. But that was a wonderful thing because it was security. You could quit your high school, walk down the street, all of a sudden you got a union job, and you got it made. You got it made. That's all gone. It's never coming back. We can't afford to do that. So they always talk about restoration of manufacturing jobs. Are you nuts? Biden's out there talking about restoration of manufacturing jobs. First of all, he talks about all the jobs he created. That's a bold-faced lie. Another one of his lies. I mean, the two most repeated lies from our president is he never talks to his son about his business. I mean, that's unbelievable, right? And that that we're going to create. He created 12 million new jobs. All right, let me give you the truth about that number. He created 12 million new jobs. All right. Here's what Biden does. He reflects the return of the workers who were forced to leave their job during the COVID, then returned back to that same job. That's what he does. Here's what happened. COVID hits. Record 22 million jobs it whacked. People were told, go home, go home. You can't stay here and work. Go home. That's between February 2020 and April 2020. Then, when the shutdown finally ended between April 2020 and January 2023, payroll bounced back 24 million jobs. 24 million jobs. So we had 22 million workers return to the same job they had before the shutdown. Right? But wait a minute. So that means we had 2 million jobs extra. 2 million jobs extra. But wait, didn't Biden claim he created 12 million brand new jobs? Yeah, he does that all the time. Well, it turns out they returned in the 9 months before Biden took office. But he takes credit for them. Biden lied. And so much for his lie when he says, boy, when I thank God I got into this Oval Office because job creation was spiraling downward. No. All those jobs were created not when you were there, but the other guy was there, not you. But he lies about these same jobs all the time. Manufacturing peaked. We peaked in 1979. 19 million jobs. By 2010, remember, when the dot-coms came, it blew up manufacturing. Because when the dot-coms came, everything lined up perfect. Remember, they started to ship things, they started to break down plants, sell all their plants to Japan and China. But it just happened to be the timing was perfect. The sun, the moon, everything lined up when all of a sudden the tech industry started. We've always been a nation that we always had something else going. We went from Pony Express, right, to an airplane, to cruise lines, to jets. We always had that something else. Well, when the dot-coms came, and they got rid of all the unions, and they started to outsource everybody, remember, we peaked in 19 million jobs in 1979. That's when the jobs peaked. 2010, with all the outsourcing and everything else, we were down to 12 million jobs. 2019, we were at 12.8 million jobs. Now let's go to where we are today. So we went from 1979 peak of 19 million jobs. Today we're at 11,190,000 jobs. So let's say 11 million jobs from 19 million. So that was the peak. So there's now 25% fewer manufacturing facilities, 25% fewer than at the peak when we had 19 million jobs. We're at a 14-year low in manufacturing. Our production's at a 72-year. Does that sound like we can build this back? No, you can't build this back. Why? Because, like I said, if you look at the people who are in these jobs during the peak in 1979, or 1980, nearly 3/4 of these manufacturing workers, like I said, didn't have a high school education. They get past the 12th grade. Very few were graduates from high school. That doesn't work today. If that was today, they'd be all working at McDonald's. So let's take, adjust for inflation, these guys who quit high school, went down to the plant in their town, making $35 an hour. Outsourcing came, boom, they're gone. Now they can't go back and get a job because they can't revitalize those kind of jobs. Those jobs are gone. The jobs now today are very technical. You need an education. Everything's about robots. So these same people who did these wonderful jobs up to 1979, when they peaked 19 million of them, they can't go back. They don't have the education. So that same group is now working at McDonald's. So first of all, it's too costly. You can't compete with somebody making jeans in China for 5 cents an hour. You're going to pay somebody here $15 an hour? If it's up to Biden and the Democrats, it'd be $35 an hour to make a set. This is all crap. It's all lie. Manufacturing is never going to come back to this country. So when you hear these politicians talk about, I'm getting all these manufacturing jobs back, and people are thinking, I remember my uncle, man. He never even finished high school. He had a beautiful car. He sent his kids to school. Gee, that's a good... No, that's not what they're talking about. Those days are gone. It's a bygone era. Once we started .coms, it was gone forever. Look, join my gang so you get into the oils when nobody wants them and short the builders when nobody wants to buy them, okay? Join my gang tonight, free for 10 days.
Been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.